One of our big alliances partnerships that we've funded over the years, about almost 7 years old now, is the Iowa Ag Water Alliance. So that's founded and funded by Iowa Corn, Iowa Pork, and Iowa Soybean Association. So Iowa Corn contributes $1 from our checkoff, and it's matched by pork and soybeans and becomes $3. And its mission is to increase the pace and scale of farmer-led efforts to improve water quality. So getting more practices on the ground. And one of their main missions is resource development. So bringing dollars, cost share dollars, especially to Iowa, so that there are more opportunities for Iowa farmers to participate in those practices and get more conservation on the ground. So for every dollar the founders have contributed, IWA has raised $21 in new financial assistance for Iowa farmers. And then part of that, we have a lot of other partners pitching in as well, another $68 million total. And most of this comes through the Regional Conservation Partnership Program. So that's a Farm Bill program. It's a relatively new program. And so that's where ICGA also fits in. Our staff has worked with our congressional delegation and their staff, and also other senators and Congress people and their staff who are interested in this program and making it better. So a good example of the checkoff and the Growers Association working together, and certainly IWA has done a phenomenal job bringing those resources to Iowa for our water quality efforts. Another partnership is with a variety of agricultural groups in Iowa, the Iowa Nutrient Research and Education Council. It's got three main mission areas. So one is to measure and demonstrate environmental progress. One is to validate products and practices for water quality benefits. I'm sure you've all seen a lot of the nitrogen products out there that make a lot of claims. So we want to make sure that we have sort of third-party verification of some of those claims, especially the water quality claims. And then also utilize ag retailers, crop advisors to help farmers with environmental technology and adopting practices. So the main one we've been working on is the measure and demonstrate environmental progress. And we've got two sort of very novel first in the nation projects. The Ag Retailer Survey is a statistically valid survey of randomly picked fields. And then the retailer data shows, if cover crops are applied, or what is the tillage intensity, or some of the nutrient management practices. And so we've got 3 or 4 years of data now, so we can measure trends in those sorts of in-field conservation practices. And then the other one is a mapping project where we've looked at aerial photos and to identify terraces, ponds, and other structural practices, and because obviously those reduce soil loss and also phosphorus loss. And the big key here is both of these measurement projects are completely blind to cost share. They measure everything that is there and doesn't really in the past, we were totally dependent on cost share data, which is a very small picture because we know farmers do a lot of those types of conservation practices on their own. So we developed these projects to make sure we're measuring everything that you're doing, and so we can take credit for that. Another partnership is the Soil Health Partnership. Its mission is to promote the adoption of soil health practices for both economic and environmental benefits. It's led by the National Corn Growers Association, and several states, including Iowa, contribute checkoff funds to help with this big partnership, and there are several other non-corn partners as well. But ultimately, we have over 200 demonstration farms in 16 states, about 30 of those in Iowa, and they're doing strip trials or side-by-side trials to evaluate economic and environmental benefits of soil health practices. And then they also do a lot of outreach, talking about what they've learned from those trials or what farmers are doing to adopt those soil health practices.